Hey everybody, it's me again, Mrs. Steponovich, and we have Mrs. Steponovich, exploring art class. And today we're going to be talking about monochromatic music. So you already did the value charts with pencil, and you did a value chart, this one in particular, this one, with the paint. So the monochromatic music, I already showed you the PowerPoint and everything like that. And the goal that your goal is to create, let me see if I can get this open, a monochromatic painting, all right? That's in the manner of Cubist. The Cubism masters are Pablo Picasso and George Braque. But how are we gonna get started on that? First of all, you're going to, in your sketchbook, get a piece of paper, right? And fold it in half, but let's just put this down here so you can see everything. Kind of got that there. All right, that arm is nutty. I suggest you just fold the paper in half, and then divide it in half, because you're going to have two sketches of what you think you might like. So in Schoology, there's two attachments that have different musical instruments on it for reference. But you can also go online and find things like that. But what I like about this is that they're line drawings, and you can kind of see everything a lot easier. So drawing one, so we're going to have this number one, and this is number two. Number one, I'm going to decide which musical instrument I want to do, and I'm going to think it's going to be a guitar. So I draw the neck, and then I think that's called the body of the guitar. I'm not really sure. And it doesn't. The thing about Cubism, it doesn't have to be exactly what it looks like. So you can break things up and draw them the way that you want to do. There's also, I don't know what the strings, but you decide what you want your guitar to look like, all right? And then after you have, you can do more than one musical instrument in there. So how about if I put like a part of a piano coming through here? Should make it kind of cool. And divide that up as like a piano. I think they have that little, is that a sharp or flat? I don't know. I don't play piano. And then after I have that, then I start breaking up the background. So this is the subject, and then I'm going to break up the background. And I can break up the background right through my subject as well. All right? So number two, I'm going to do a different musical instrument, and I think I'm going to do a drum. So I draw something. Again, you don't even have to be a very good illustrator for any of this stuff, because it's Cubism, and it's already fractured up. And then you have like the drumsticks, and I can go right over with that. I could put one over here. And then maybe I'm going to stick something else in there. Maybe like part of, I think they're called castanedas, or I'm not really sure. Kind of looks like a spoon, to tell you the truth. But then you break up that section as well. Now, so there's one example and there's two examples. And you're going to decide which example you're going to make your large painting out of. But before that, part of the requirement for this is that you're going to have 30 separate spaces. So make sure you go through and count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And that you have at least 30. And those 30 are going to be painted, so I get this. Using your tints and shades, you're going to pick your one color, and then the 30 different sections that you have broken up are going to be 30 different tints and shades. So, can you see that? All right. So once you've decided which one you like, then you have to get your large 12 by 18 paper. And if you don't have any more, you were required to come into the school and pick up your new art supplies for the second semester. Don't use regular paper. It's not going to work out well. It's going to wrinkle. It's going to, the paint won't adhere to it well. The watercolor paper is that thick, bright white paper that you also did your koi fish on. If you do this without the correct paper, your grade is going to be dinged. So make an appointment, come in and get your stuff if you don't have it yet. So anyway, let's say that I decided I was going to do choice number 1. So then I just draw it out as well as I can. Listen, it doesn't have to look exactly the same because the stuff you did in the sketchbook was just that. It was a sketch. And so when you finally put it into your large final paper, you can alter things around however you want. All right, remember I had that piano in there. All right, but here's the deal with this is that this should be a complete drawing. All right, so you should be pretty sure this is exactly how you want things to do. And then again, you're going to break up your spaces. All right, and you can break it up any way you want. Again, it's Cubism. Cubism means you can see the back, the front, the side, and there may not be at the same spot. Then you're going to count it up again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, until you have 30. I think I have 30 written down here somewhere. 30, all right? You got to have 30, at least 30 different sections, 30 different enclosed spaces. Got that. Now, did I already talk about that? So you did this. You're going to decide now, and you're going to go back to your sketchbook, and you're going to draw 2 value scales, and you're going to decide on what color you're going to have for your main color for your monochromatic music. So it doesn't have to be anything. It doesn't have to be a primary color. It could be a secondary color like orange, purple, and what's that other one? Green. And whatever it is, you can decide, but you have to make the tint and the shade chart so you have for reference. And that's going to be something that will be in a folder in Schoology that you're going to have to take a picture of it and submit it, right? And you're also going to have to take a picture of your sketchbook things. But I'll have those folders clearly labeled for you. But I just want to go through the PowerPoint. We already went through it, but I want to show you some other examples. Like this. Okay. So there is this one where, I'm trying to get that out of there. Again, you can see they're all different tints and shades. And something I want you to notice about how the guitar is drawn on this composition. When you draw something diagonally across the page, it makes it more interesting as opposed to something just straight on. And I'm going to see if I can find an example of that for you. Okay, yeah, here's one. Although this is very nice, this one is just smack dab in the middle of the page, and it doesn't, your eyes don't travel across on it. It's not quite as dynamic as this one that went across the page. Okay. So you can have, and this, they decided to use purple for their main color, all right? And hold on. This one has the castanedas. I'm not even sure what they're called, but you go, you know, it's a percussion. And then there's a body of a guitar over here. So it's really beautiful. Let's see if there's another one. No, anyway, but this PowerPoint has everything in it, has lots of examples for you. I think my cat has decided to show you some examples of her. This one's pretty cool. Actually, the photo makes it look like it's light brown, but it's actually a light gray. And that's a really cool one as well. So you can find all kinds of those in there. So how are we going to be working on this? Okay, So I'm kind of going to be micromanaging you a little bit on this one, that you're going to remain on the Zoom each class meeting that you're painting. Because when you're painting, you're going to, have all your supplies, your water, your brushes, the paints, of course, and then your palette, all that, and a paper towel. And we will be working on this in 1 hour increments. So each class period, once we start painting, you'll be actively painting, mixing and painting for 1 hour, and then I'm going to say stop, and then that is when you're going to put your stuff away, clean your brushes, dump the water, and clean your palette. And then the next time we meet again, you'll have another full hour of active painting, and then I'll say stop, and then again it's time for cleanup, and then the next time we meet, we'll have another full hour for painting. So it's for sure a 1 week project. And again, the time for cleaning up is pretty vital, because it gets you into the habit of taking care of your supplies, like it's really important. It is important. So anyway, I'll have all those different procedures and steps put inside Schoology for you. But remember that it doesn't have to be the primary colors. You can mix any colors that you want. And they all turn out, at this project, I think I've been teaching this particular monochromatic for maybe 4 years, and they all turn out really fabulous. How do you get a good grade? Well, for sure you have your 30 sections, right? For sure in those 30 sections you have the wide range of tints and values, and which means every section's a little bit different. And also you have to mix up your paint properly, and the paint cannot be streaked, all right? And of course you have to have it on the correct paper. So that's it for now, and I'll be talking to you later. Bye.